There's one thing worse than being poor, unloved, or unsuccessful. It's being stupid and not knowing it. Because stupidity isn't loud. It doesn't wear a label. It hides behind confidence, fake smiles, and "I already know that" attitudes. And the scariest part? Stupidity doesn't just make you look bad. It destroys respect, ruins chances, and kills potential silently from the inside out. The ancient Stoics didn't waste time pointing fingers. They studied themselves. They learned to spot foolishness and remove it without ego. So today we're diving into 6 clear signs of a stupid person, not to judge others, but to protect yourself from becoming one. Let's begin. 1. They react before thinking. They speak before listening. They judge before understanding. They act before observing. A stupid person confuses impulse with intelligence. They believe being loud equals being right. But Stoicism teaches, control your reaction or it will control your reputation. A wise man pauses, a foolish one performs. And the cost of performance? Respect. So what comes next when emotion leads the way? Let's look at the second trait, to. They reject every perspective but their own. Try giving them feedback. They'll interrupt. Try showing them a different way. They'll laugh or mock. To them, being right is more important than being wise. They don't listen to grow. They listen to respond. The Stoics believe that wisdom begins where pride ends. But the stupid live in a bubble, a fragile, noisy echo chamber of their own opinions. And when that bubble bursts, it leads directly to our third sign, unloved. 3. They blame everyone except themselves. If something goes wrong, it's the system. If they fail, it's the boss, the world, their childhood. Never once do they stop and ask, what part of this is my fault? This mindset is poisonous, because as long as someone else is to blame, they'll never improve. Epictetus said, it is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Blame is not just lazy, it's a full-time job for the foolish. And when blaming fails, the stupid reach for another weapon, denial. They date the same toxic partners, make the same money mistakes, burn the same bridges, and every time they act shocked. Stoicism teaches us that pain is a signal, not something to ignore, but something to study. A stupid person sees failure as punishment. A wise person sees it as a teacher. But what happens when they keep failing and still feel superior? You'll find the next dangerous sign, the 5. They overestimate their intelligence. The most dangerous fool isn't the one who lacks knowledge. It's the one who thinks he knows everything. This is called the Dunning-Kruger effect. Low skill, high confidence. The perfect recipe for disaster. Seneca once said, a wise man knows he is ignorant. But stupidity wears a mask of arrogance. And behind that mask, insecurity. And how do they deal with that insecurity? That brings us to the final and ugliest sign. 6. They tear others down to feel taller. When they see someone succeed, they don't ask how. They ask, why not me? Then they spread gossip, jealousy, and judgment. They don't build and they destroy. They don't encourage, they criticize. Stoicism teaches us to admire excellence, to be inspired by others, not bitter. But stupid people fear comparison, because deep down, they know they've wasted time, ignored growth, and blamed the world. And when you realize that, you stop fighting them. You start protecting your energy, to own your mind before the world owns you. The truth is, you've probably seen some of these signs in others. But if you're brutally honest, you've seen traces of them in yourself too. And that's not a weakness. That's awareness. Because the dumbest thing we can do is to assume we're already smart enough. The Stoics didn't seek perfection. They sought mastery over the self. And that mastery begins by facing the uncomfortable, by choosing humility over pride, growth over ego, and truth over convenience. You're not here because you want to feel superior. You're here because you're building something deeper. Discipline, self-control, wisdom. That quiet kind of strength no one can take from you. And if that's the path you're on, then you're already 10 steps ahead of most. If this video struck a nerve, good. That means you're awake. Now don't let it stop here. Hit that like button to let the algorithm know this message matters. Share this with a friend who needs to hear it. Not to shame them, but to sharpen them. And make sure to subscribe for more hard truths wrapped in Stoic wisdom. Because in a world full of noise, the silent warriors rise with clarity, character, and calm. Until next time. Live strong, think deeper, and always choose the wiser path.